Alright, good morning everybody. This is Mike over at Triple D, and we're back with another resort tour video. This time we are at the Contemporary Resort. Carla and the girls and I have been staying here for the last 4 days. Today's actually our last day and we're headed back home. So I'll film this video. I'll apologize in advance a little bit for some of the outside shots. It is actually fairly foggy here this morning. Of course, I've checked the weather all week and it was supposed to be perfect, and it's not. So we'll see how things go. We'll start out on the inside of the resort and then we'll go from there. So I'll do a quick little view of the front of the resort. You can kind of see, here's the entryway. It's very busy. You can see the Christmas decorations are up for the holidays. Lots of people coming and going this morning. So we'll go inside and we'll start the tour from there. Alright, so we're now inside the resort, and as you can see, like I said, it's really busy. It's the holidays. Lots of people coming and going. So this is the main lobby area where you'll check in once you arrive. I will point out while I'm here, if you're coming right out of the lobby down that way, you'll see that the bus station is over that direction. On the transportation front, real quick, you've got basically 3 options, actually 4 options I should say. You've got the bus system, which will get you to pretty much everywhere you want to go, except for you do need to take the monorail or walk to the Magic Kingdom, and then Epcot, you can take the monorail there as well. Then you have a boat system that will take you amongst kind of the Magic Kingdom area resorts, and the 4th way was actually what I mentioned earlier. You can actually walk. So this is kind of what the resort looks like. You see the Joffrey's in the lobby if you're looking for some coffee in the morning, although there is coffee in the resort's restaurants. So I'm kind of walking back here. You can see where the elevators are that will take you up into the building. There's also an escalator system, which is actually what I'm going to take. Down here on the first floor, you can walk all the way through to the back, and I'll show you where the Wave is. The Wave is one of the restaurants within the resort. You can see it right there. We're actually going to have breakfast here at the Wave here in a little bit after I get done with this, assuming Carla doesn't call me yelling me that I'm late to help her with the girls. So now we're going to go up the escalator, and I'll catch up with y'all once we're up on the 4th floor. So I know I said that I'd catch up with y'all on the 4th floor. One thing I did want to point out here real quick is this is the 2nd floor of the building, and this is where you check in for California Grill. You don't actually go up to the top of the building for that restaurant. You check in here and then you get escorted up or let up the elevators by a cast member. The 2nd floor, basically the only thing useful here for by and large part is the entrance for California Grill, and then you have a lot of the convention center access and things like that going on. So you'll come across a good number of conventioneers on this floor. Now we'll actually go up to the 4th floor. Alright, so as we're up here on the 4th floor, you'll see basically you come up the escalators, and if you go to the left like I just did, you will come across basically all of the 4th floor dining options. So you have 3 of them. You can kind of see them on the signs. I'm not going to walk in there and disturb all these people that are eating, but you've got essentially the Outer Rim bar, which is just that. It's just a lounge. You see all these people sitting in there. They are not at the lounge. It's not open right now. They're just kind of hanging out. Then you have Chef Mickey's, which is a character meal featuring Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Daisy. Donald is not in there. We ate breakfast there yesterday morning. I'm already having a problem remembering. It's Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, and Pluto. There's no Daisy. It's the original Fab Five. And then you've got Contempo Cafe. And we've got reviews for these on the blog now at this point. I will say about Chef Mickey's, it was a fun thing. I wish we would have done it with the girls probably when they were about, 6 or 7 years old. And the price is kind of crazy. So what I'll point out here is what you have is a mural on this kind of elevator lobby or elevator tower that goes all the way up to the top of the building. This mural was done by Mary Blair, who's a very famous Imagineer, one of the original ones. If you've watched the Imagineering story on Disney Plus, you'll have seen them on her mentioned in some of those videos, or not videos, but series. Carla's a big fan of hers. There is, on the monorail side, I'm not going to go all the way up there because I don't want to go through security, but on the monorail side there is a 5-legged goat. It's kind of, I'll say, famous or well known in Disney lore, but it's on the monorail side. You can find it over there, which is actually over there. So on the other side of the 4th floor is basically all of the shopping. So you've got over here, you've got BVG, where Carla loves to shop, and then you've got Fantasia, which I'll go over here and give you a bit of better view of, because it's kind of a cool looking store. You have all of the Mickey ears that are kind of forming the entrance to the shop. You always have people who like to be in the videos, so I'm not going to walk through the shop, but it's a great place. I'm going to walk over here real quick because it is the holidays. They have already put up their gingerbread castle design. We saw it last night. No, sorry. It was Monday night when we got here. Oh, sorry, Friday night when we got here. But it's a fun little thing, not certainly on the scale of the gingerbread house over at the Grand Floridian, but it's actually pretty cool. It's a Cinderella themed gingerbread house, and it smells fabulous. And you kind of see, if you're curious as to what it takes to make said gingerbread house, you can kind of read the list of ingredients all in there. But that's the house right there. In addition to it, in the evenings or afternoons, once it's officially open, because I think the actual hours of it are like 10 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock at night or something like that. They actually have this little kiosk here where you can buy holiday treats, hot chocolate and stuff. Additional shopping, if you're just looking for kind of sundries and miscellaneous stuff, is the market, Fantasia Market. You can get stuff here. One thing I do want to point out to you here real quick before we kind of head back into the main of the resort is on this side of the resort, if you want to watch Happily Ever After or any of the fireworks shows over at Disney World or at Magic Kingdom, but you don't want to go out into everything, you can go out here. So this is a little bit of a bay. You can see the monorail is going right over the top of us right now. And this is all perfectly legit. We did this Friday night, watched the fireworks for actually Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. But you can see they have seating here. You might want to get here a little early, but you can look off into the distance. I'll zoom in a little bit as much as I can. And you can see Magic Kingdom with Cinderella's Castle, Space Mountain, Tron coaster going up in the background. It's a great view. They pipe in music so you can hear everything. It's a great place to kind of watch the fireworks without having to go into the parks. So that's a good option for you to consider if you're actually here at the resort. And again, you just kind of come out these double doors that are just on the side of the back end of the 4th floor. All right. I think that's most everything for this part of the resort. So now we're going to head out back and kind of tour the pool area. I guess I should mention, so this is the resort is divided into 2 areas. So what you kind of see here above is the main A-frame of the resort. As you can see, we showed you the video of the monorail coming into the resort. That's kind of what it's sort of famous for, is the fact the monorail passes literally in the middle of it. The A-frame design has been around since, or this building has been around since 1971 when Disney World first opened with just the Magic Kingdom. It was one of the original resorts. So there's 2 kind of components to the building. It's this wing, and then there is the garden wing, which is actually where we were staying. So we'll hit that, show you what it sort of looks like. But now we're heading to the pool and kind of outside on the water. So we'll pick that up here in a second. So we're on the back side of the resort now. One thing I want to point out before I walk down these stairs is over there is the towers at Bay Lake, which is a DVC option. You can rent DVC points, or you can actually reserve rooms over there. But it's right next to it. They built it, I forget what it was, probably at this point, I guess 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago. I forget exactly when. I definitely remember coming here with Carla and there being nothing there, and then there being a big pile of dirt and construction, and it's been open for several years now. But if you come out these stairs, I'm coming off of the second floor, and kind of come into the back, and you'll find a handful of recreation options and what's going on. So over here to the right, that is where the garden wing is, that kind of 3-story level building right there. So that's where we're staying. So I'm not going to go to the left because there isn't really a whole lot over there other than Bay Lake Tower. And it's, like I said, it's DVC. We haven't stayed there. I haven't even walked into it. We'll save that for another video. One thing I did want to point out, some great photo opportunities for you if you got kids or if it's just you. There's this very modern looking sort of steel Mickey, which you can take your kids to, and they can climb all over like Anna and Elsa did and take some pictures with it. There's actually even a nice little stand that will let you take pictures with without having to hold the camera. And then my favorite thing is the Sorcerer Mickey topiary. This thing is so cool. It's kind of dripping this morning. I guess they watered it or something. But love this. Took several pictures of it. We'll have it all in our kind of resort review on the blog. But it's great. If you go back here, the fog's starting to burn off, fortunately, so it's looking a little bit better. So you can actually see the lake. When I came out this morning at about 6:30, I could see about 5 feet into Bay Lake, and that was it. It was completely fogged over. It did not make my resort picture taking any easier or overly great, but it has started to burn off, so things are looking more reasonable. They do have some lockers here. If you do lakeside yoga in the morning, they do yoga every morning from Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7:30 to 8. We did not do that because it's kind of cold, and I don't do yoga, let's be real. But you can kind of see, here's the pier, so this is where you would pick up the boats. Again, you can go to the varying resorts. Good morning. You can see the varying launches kind of from the left and the right side of the pier. You go to Wilderness Lodge and Fort Wilderness from the left side, and then on the right side you can go to the Magic Kingdom, if I remember right. I guess I can actually try reading the sign. It says Blue Flag. Where's the other flag? I don't know. It doesn't say it. It says our operating hours right now are 6:45 to 11:30, but I would encourage you to check that out yourself just to make sure. All right. So that's kind of the pier area. I'm going to walk around to the pool, and then I'll go inside the garden wing, and we will wrap things up. All right, so we're over by the pool. We're not actually at the pool right this second. I want to stop by here and show you. They do have a splash pads for little ones if they just want to kind of go around and splash in the water. This is a fun little one. Drops water on them from above. It's pretty well done. Not probably as well done as the one over at the Polynesian, but hey, that's all right. It gives the little one something to do. So now we're going to go walk over here. As you can see, probably in the background there, the pool is steaming because of the temperature difference. So you can see kind of a nice slide for kids to go on. I saw several of them out there last night, and pretty much every night before. Just kind of go down and splash down in the pool, and then this is the pool area itself. So you get this nice little view of Bay Lake kind of in the background. Good quiet place to relax. Obviously not a whole lot going on here right now, given the fact that it is 48 degrees outside right now. So a little cold, but that's the pool. So now we're going to walk on over here to the garden wing, which is where we were staying. I'm just going to show you the kind of garden area, and I'm not going to go inside a room. I actually have already done a room review or a room tour. I'll give a link to that up here in the video, where you can kind of see what's going, what the rooms look like. I will say, not a whole lot of Disney theming is kind of, I think, the main point. So we come back over here. And the building has kind of that mini A-frame look, so it kind of keeps with the main building of the Contemporary, but it is obviously only 3 stories tall. And the reason why it's kind of called the garden room or garden wing is it's got this nice little garden in the middle of it, which you can kind of see over here now. So that is sort of what this part of the building looks like here, and I think I'll go sneak in over here and I'll show you what the inside looks like, and then we'll be done. All right, so this is what the garden wing looks like on the inside. You can kind of see a hallway. I came in through the middle of one of the hallways, but a little lobby area, and then you can kind of see what the look looks like here. One thing I will point out, not that it's a big deal for most people, but this ceiling is basically the cameras at the very top of it. Remember, this building was built back in the 70s when they didn't really think about people being 7 feet tall and stuff like that. I'm only 6'1", and I feel a little claustrophobic about this. So that's just one thing to know. All right, and with that, we'll wrap up our tour of the Contemporary Resort. Nice resort, a little light on the Disney theming, I think. Some people may appreciate that, some may not. Just depends on kind of what you're looking for. Definitely an expensive resort, but definitely one you should consider. So if you found this video helpful, thought it was worthwhile, please give it a like, share it, and feel free to follow us. Give us a subscribe on the channel. We do a resort video like this from time to time when we're here at Disney World, and we'll be back with our next review real soon. Thanks, bye.